222, K6US. Check. K6US.
looky here. Very good evening, Paul. Nice signal over here. Sorry you caught me blowing my nose there. I couldn't get the Kleenex off my hand. K6WIS, Placerville, K6MYC, Central California, north of Fresno. Bozo, go ahead, Paul. And do you have anybody else to check in there? Over.
Hi, good evening, Mike. Got you 554 on the bounce pass here. And yes, I've got the two folks to check in. That would be N1PPP and KA6OSH. Over.
Okay. We've got 336 and 160 checked in. Good. I think I heard them a little bit the other night. They popped in for a second, but I never could get them back. Anyway, I don't know what band it was even anymore. But good evening to you. You're check-in number one here, aside from me.
Oh, yes, and if I could check in Dave N1PPP again for last night. He was on the 2-meter net. He wants to confirm that you checked him in.
WB16.
Okay, hi, Jim. Okay, well, it's too late tonight, but that's all right. We'll have to get him next week. Give him an extra gold star for next week. Oh, gee. That's what happens when he can't get to me directly. I thought I heard him. I thought I heard somebody in there one time, and I called and called. I couldn't get any response. So he doesn't always hear me good as well as I hear him. But I didn't get enough of it, and it was underneath somebody else, so that's why I probably missed Dave last night. Anyway, good deal. We'll look for you on the direct path also. I haven't looked around to see what's the best path for you, but we'll look for you on the direct path here as well, Paul. I hear Jim in here, so let me go over and pick up Jim, WB6JNN, and I'll peek on you, Jim, if you give me 20, 30 seconds of audio there. WB6JNN with K6 Whiskey India Sugar, K6MYC.
Yeah, okay, K6MYC, WB6JNN, Willie Baker 6, Japan, Norway, and San Jose. And I'll give you a little bit of chatter so you can tweak around and see if you can peek me up. You were about 5'7" to 5'8", so it must be a good night tonight. Can't complain. WB6JNN.
Yeah, no, you're pretty strong. I can't tell if I improved the signal or not. I moved it a little bit more in your optimum direction there, Jim. But I've got that, boy, this inverter noise is getting to be severe. I've got it pretty severely tonight, even up on 220 here. So when I listen to you with the blanker on, it gives me a kind of a distorted picture of how loud your audio really is. And since I can't see the S-meter, we have to just go with my ear. But this might be a little stronger. Did my signal come up at all, or is it still S7?
Well, you're more consistent than you were. Still about S8, but much more stable on the signal. So you must have been sort of on the edge of the envelope. And yeah, I'm just running the, what is this, 70-watt amplifier? No, 80 watts, I think. WB6JNN.
Okay, well, you're doing very well. Very strong signal. Of all the bands, this 220 band for you is your best. 2 meters the other night was really funny. You finally came up and got normal, but boy, at the beginning it was really bad. It must be some kind of a funny little inversion or something that goes on right around dusk. It must be a dusk thing, and we can watch it. Maybe it'll be going away after another week. We may not see that funny little crash on the band when I'm pointed toward you. I see it toward other people, and it must be just a time thing, where there's just a certain period of time where the sun is just in the right angle to do some really weird stuff to whatever's left up there in the troposphere. Anyway, did you ever get a chance to get out there and do any flying? The weather's been really good. We've had wind here. You may have had more wind than we had. We've had more wind the last couple of days than we normally get, but it hasn't been terrible. It's keeping the wind chimes going, let's put it that way. WB6JNN in the group K6MYC Bozo Net 220.
Yeah, okay, Mike. Well, I haven't really flown a plane. The one that I have is not flying well, and I'm not quite sure what its problem is. They're all gliders because I'm in parks with people sometimes. But I did get out today. I had to go down to get my blood criticized. And on the way home, I stopped at Edlevine Park and walked around the lake there and had a nice little hike around, and I hiked down the so-called nature trail and back, and so got a good hike in. WB6JNN.
Yeah, which lake were you walking around?
Edlevine has several lakes. The one that I was at is the one on the southern side of Calaveras Road, up by the fire station there.
Calaveras, boy, I don't even know where you would be. What were you doing way up there? Is this south of where you live or north?
Milpitas Boulevard Calaveras Boulevard goes right straight through downtown Milpitas and goes up the hill to the east, of course, and there's Edlevine. There's a couple of different lakes up there, but there's a golf course and a fire station up there.
Oh, okay, yeah, I wasn't thinking you were way out there. Okay, that makes more sense. I couldn't picture any lake around where you lived. I didn't think you were over there at the little lake in Los Gatos there. Yeah, I spent quite a bit of time walking around that one and pedaling on that lake. Even did a little bit of I had a little sailboat for a while, and we used to take the kids out and go sailboating on that lake. Anyway, sounds like you had a good day. Got out, got some fresh air. I'm just getting over the flu. We missed the Thursday night net, as you know, 4:32. You may not know that, but we weren't there. I was in bed sleeping at the time of the net, so we're trying to get over the flu here. We're over it mostly. I'm trying to get back to normal. I'm about 85 to 90% here. Just don't have quite the energy that I want yet, and everything else in the trajectory from one end of me to the other isn't quite working smoothly yet. I don't have any more diarrhea, but now I've got the other problem. Anyway, that's the story here. Let's see who else is on here on 222. We should have some others. Who else do we have in the Bay Area for 222 check-ins on the net? K6MYC. Oh, yeah, the response is overwhelming. Do you want to try and give a call, Jim, and see if you can round up anybody out of the woodwork?
Anybody else on 220 tonight? WB6JNN. No, not hearing anybody. Maybe they'll be out here later. Who knows?
Yeah, well, I had to start with you guys. You see, I usually start with Santa Cruz, but he's broken right now, and I keep forgetting that. So I've been calling for about 2-3 minutes every net on 220 net. I've been calling, and then I realized, oh, for cripe's sake, he doesn't have an antenna that's got a feed line hook to it. His feed line's broken or has got a short in it or something. That's Tom there, KW6S. So I started up your way today, and there you are. Paul popped in first, of course, which was nice. And now yourself. Okay. Well, let's see. One more call. Let me move the antenna just a bit more here. See if I can get W6PQL. W6 Papa Queen London, W6PQL, K6MYC. Are you here, Jim?
Yeah, he'll probably be here later because he always does the 8 o'clock thing.
Well, what time is it, Jim?
7:40.
Well, he's not ready to go up there yet, so he should be here.
Well, he might be here later, as they said.
Yeah, I'll check later. We'll slide on up to N6RO and see if he's there. Thank you, Jim. Good evening. And we'll maybe see you tomorrow night on 1296. That was sure good. A couple of weeks ago, you had a great signal. The van was really in good shape. Everything should be okay here. And we'll be anxious to hear NT6S again if he can make it in there. I think that's Tom. I can't remember what his number is anymore. 801 or something, but no, it's not. Yeah, maybe 801. Anyway, maybe he'll be back in there again with his smashing 10 watts, but he had quite a nice signal. So who could complain? 7.3, and I'll slide on up to KW6 N6RO.
Okay, see you later, WB6J.
7.3, Jim. Thanks for checking in. And I'm pointed up toward N6RO, NR60, N6RO, K6MYC. He's probably cooking dinner. N6RO, N6 Radio Ontario, Radio Oakley, N6RO, K6MYC. Are you there tonight? Okay, you're here, but you're way off frequency. I can hear you, but you're grumbling. You're so low in frequency. I think you're high. That would make your audio low, but I can't be sure. But I heard you. But come on in again, but try to get on my frequency if you would. K6MYC standing by. That's better. Go ahead. Go ahead. Well, I don't hear anybody. Why? I don't know why you don't come back. We're just asking for your call sign, and if you have a Bozo number, give us that. And my name is Mike, and I'm in Central California, north of Fresno. So if you have a beam, you may have to beam over this way. I'm horizontally polarized. Horizontally polarized and just about due east of the San Jose North Bay area, a little bit south of east. K6MYC QRZ once again. Well, that was weird. First they were way off frequency, then they got on frequency but didn't say anything audible. Now I can't get them to come back to me, so maybe there's a problem on that end. We'll keep listening. Try to check in later if you can. N6RO, I'm beamed at you, I believe. N6RO, Ken, K6MYC.
K6US.
Okay, K6US. Hi, Aaron. Did you hear that grumble on the frequency a minute ago?
Oh yeah, I've been sitting here listening. It was that was weird. I wasn't looking at your spectrum scope when it came through there, so I couldn't tell what how far off frequency they were. But yeah, that did sound weird. We got gremlins on the band tonight. K6US 1079 and Bozo 1100 is in the wings.
Okay, I got her written down also. Thanks for Brittany. and maybe the station that came in is just trying to get the station running and finding out where you're transmitting and receiving and so on. Maybe you're not in the transceive mode with the transverter, with the transceiver. Transceiver, you can't be wrong. The transceiver could be receiving in a different place than you're transmitting, so you might check your RIT to make sure you're transmitting where you want to be transmitting. You can tell if the numbers switch to different settings when you key the mic. That means you're in a split mode or a BFO mode or a split mode. I'm looking for the right word. I can't even bring the right word up tonight. What's the matter here? It's RF tuning. It's RF receive only. Anyway, if you can get that knob in the right place, everything will work perfectly for you, I'm sure. N6RO, last call before I move towards Sacramento. N6 Radio Oscar, K6MYC.
K6MYC, N6RO, Bozo 835. Copy.
We got you fine. N6RO, K6MYC, good copy, good signal. Not bodacious, but plenty of readability. And how are you doing up there tonight, over?
Oh, okay. I slept most of the day, which I usually do on Mondays, even though there was no contest. Anyway, I'll give you more reports when we get a lot of noise on this band. Go ahead.
Okay. You have noise on this band? All right. Well, that's fine. I have noise too, but I have the blanker on, but I'm away from it enough now I probably won't even hear it. We have another friend of yours on frequency, so let me turn it over to Ken. Good evening, Ken. WA6OIB226. We got you. Say hello to Ken, N6RO, K6MYC.
Yeah, K6MYC and the group WA6OIB. And good evening to you, Ken. Hope you had a joyful Easter. By the way, Mike, check in Ralph down below. I just chatted with him. So, how you doing up there, Ken?
Pretty good, Ben. As I said, I slept most of the day and haven't had dinner yet. It's going to be Julian sea bass and Brussels sprouts. We'll see y'all on 6 meters in 6RO.
Well, that sounds great. That sounds great. Well, we had leftover lamb. We barbecued a lamb yesterday for Easter, so we had leftovers, which was delicious. So anyway, all right. You have a great week, Ken. N6RO and the gang, WA6OIB. Thank you, Mike.
Yeah, and you'll probably catch him on 6 meters if we go quick enough here.
Righto.
And good evening to you, and of course, belated Happy Easter to you and the family. I know you had a gang over there, and we're barbecuing lamb and other goodies. We missed you in the check-in, of course, but that was normal. We expected that. We only had 33, 34 check-ins, so everybody, like yourself, a lot of fellows were doing the same thing with the families and so on. Still another beautiful day here. I guess maybe by Friday they say we might cool down and get a little rain. I don't know. I'll believe it when I see it, huh?
Yeah, I'd like to see that. That would be great. Settle this stuff down, and we need the moisture for sure. So, okay. Well, I'll be here and I'll be on 6-2.
Okay. Has anybody heard Rob, KM6SRR, Rob? Rob doing something else tonight, Eric? K6US, K6MYC is still there, Aaron, or did you have to go away to tend the kids? He's tending the kids, okay. Let's see then. Let's move on up to Sacramento and see what we got here.
You had a question for me, Mike?
Well, now, that was a 35 milliseconds ago. I don't remember. No, I was asking you if Rob was here. Or do you know where Rob is tonight?
He's probably off doing his Aries net, and I'm keeping the list, and I'll hand it off to him when he gets on. I'm sure he'll be here in a couple minutes.
Yeah, it sounds like it. I get it. Usually by the time I get to the bottom of the first column of 10 check-ins or so, 8 or 10 check-ins, it's about the time that he pops in here. All right, I'm up toward Sacramento and pointing toward KO6KD. Listening for KO6KD. Bill, if you're there, K6MYC, over.
Yeah, good evening, Mike, and everybody else on the net. Nice to hear you out here. I tuned in this morning, and the only person that I heard was John, and even that wasn't all that good, so very poor conditions this morning. We'll try it again tomorrow. Hopefully it'll be better. In the meantime, this is Bozo 776, KO6KD up in Roseville. Well, it was 87 degrees today, but it will be cooling off. We're looking for some rain, possibly over the weekend. That is that. Hopefully my noise will go away. It's currently very, very loud on 6 meters, so I'm not sure if I'm going to hear you tonight or not, but we'll try it. Back to you, K6MYC in the group, and good evening, Ken, out there. I heard you chime in earlier as well, KO6KD.
Okay, fine, Bill, KO6KD, K6MYC. You said something, and this morning I was on. I talked to John for about 10 minutes. He and I had come, but it was poor for him and poor for me. I had lots of noise, and I heard you in there. When you talked to John, I heard you. You were not readable. You were very weak, but you would have been readable had it not been for my inverter noise. So you had a signal, but it was in the same general conditions that we've seen when we don't have any local stuff. And I told John I would come back around 9 or 9:15, which I did not. But I also had the receiver up, and I did not hear anybody else on the band all morning. So, yeah, everybody just wrote Monday off, I think. Bill, over. KO6KD, K6MYC. Ken, are you hearing him?
Big Fade, you said something about everybody's taking Monday off?
I just say I think everybody did take Monday off.
Well, it was a poor condition, so it should be better tomorrow.
Yeah, well, I could have heard Bob, K7VO, and I would have heard Mark, although Mark now is down without an amplifier, so he's down to 50 or 75 watts of drive, so he's a little on the weak side. And you guys might have trouble with him. But Bob should have been in there, but was not. He said he would be. I was quite surprised, but he may be under the weather. He was seeming like he was having the second to rehearse of the cold and flu thing that had hit him a week earlier, and he sounded a little bit nasal the day before. But he said he would be there, and he was just pushing his way through it. But maybe it just got to him, and he stayed in bed or didn't feel like getting on the air, or his voice was too hoarse or something. Anyway, we'll try again tomorrow, Bill. I think I'll be up. I didn't want to get up this morning, but I did anyway. I'm trying to get over this flu, and I'm still about 80-90%. I'm not 100%. So when I get up in the morning, I'm never really good in the morning, and if I'm under the weather a little bit, I don't even really. I'm really lousy. Anyway, over to you, Ken, at WA6OIB, K6MYC.
Yeah, K6MYC and KO6KD, WA6OIB. Well, good evening, Bill. Hope everything was fine with you yesterday on Easter. We had a real nice family gathering and barbecuing and just lots and lots of fun. So, anyway, I hope you're copying me. KO6KD and the gang, WA6OIB.
Yeah, good evening, Ken. Copy you quite well. Very nice signal tonight. And glad you had a nice holiday. I was here by myself, but that's fine. It's understandable. So that's just the way it is. At least it was peaceful. So thank you very much. I'm glad to hear you tonight, and wish you and Glenn all the best. And hopefully we'll catch you again soon.
Very good, very good. 73s, all the best. WA60IB. Thank you, Mike.
73 KO6KD.
Okay, very good, Bill. 7-3. We'll see you, of course, on 6 meters in a little bit if we can make enough power up your way. And maybe we'll be in there quick enough to get, you'll get a little bit from Ken as well. KO6KD, 7-3, K6MYC. I don't think there's anybody else in your area that has 222, but we are standing by for any other check-ins on 222, K6MYC Bozo Net. Okay, well, I guess we'll go to Nevada. Daniel did indicate he would be here tonight, so we should hear Daniel tonight. Let's see what we get here. There we are. KE7UQL, Kilo Echo 7 Uniform, Quebec, London. KE7UQL. KE7UQL, Nevada, Carson City area, K6MYC in the Bozo Net. Calling and listening.
Well, it's 272. This is 272, Carson City. KE7UQL. Hello, Mike. Hello, Ken. For Daniel.
Go ahead, Ken.
KE7UQL, WA60IB. Not too bad a signal. Hope you had a great Easter, WA60IB. Thank you, WA60IB. Good evening to you, Ken.
We missed your comment. We heard it, but I didn't understand what you said, Daniel. Try it again, please. Over.
Roger. I said good evening to Mike and Ken, and I'm watching the rocket trail from Vandenberg. Vandenberg launched a rocket, over.
Oh, you're watching a Vandenberg launch, are you?
Yeah, the smoke trail is dissipating, but it was a launch down south of your area, over.
I'll be darned. Oh, I'm glad you could see it from up there. That's a long ways away. But fine on that. We'll go back to the launch, and we'll catch up with you tomorrow. You do have 1296, I know, so we'll look for you on 1296, Daniel. Over to you, Ken. He's watching a Vandenberg launch, he said. You might even be able to see that from your place. KWA6OIB and a group, K6MYC.
Yeah, K6MYC and again, WA6OIB. Well, I have to climb the tower or something because I got so many trees around and stuff. I have seen the smoke trails in the past, but it's been a while. So, very good, Daniel. Well, have fun and keep track of that thing so we know where it's at. KE7UQL 73 WA6OIB. Roger, Ken. Be careful on that tower. WA6OIB, KE7UQL 73. Bye-bye.
73, Daniel. Thank you. Okay, that's it. We got to go back and see if we can find W6PQL maybe, but I think that's all we've missed here.
And we'll see you on 1296. KE7UQL 73.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I had swung the antenna away. What did you say, Daniel?
I said I'll see you on 1296.
Yeah, you're a little off frequency. You're really high pitched. Could you tune us in just a tad and say it again? Because you sound like a 13-year-old boy there. Over.
Am I too high or too low?
Well, your pitch is too high, so you probably are too low in frequency. Over.
Now I see you on 1296 tomorrow.
Okay, we'll see you on 1296 tomorrow. Thank you. And you're closer now. You're going in the right direction. About another 30 cycles.
Is this better? 57 DQL?
Yeah, that sounds like Daniel. Is this Daniel? Seven 3, KE7 UQL 73 Daniel K6 MYC.
Thank you. Good night.
Rob should be in there by now. KM6 SRR, Rob. Pointing right down toward W6PQL, give or take a few degrees. W6 Papa Queen London. W6PQL, K6MYC, calling and listening. How many minutes is it after 8 there?
It's just now 8 o'clock right now.
Oh, well, he's up the band 10 KC perhaps.
Yeah, he's trying to get our buddy over at Santa Barbara.
Can you see him on the spectrum?
Negative.
Okay.
Let me go up and look. Hang on. Meta.
Okay. Well, I don't have anybody else to go for. There's nobody else down south. And Rob isn't popped in here. We're waiting for Rob. So let's just hang in here. You can go over to 6 and see if you can get Richard and the guys over there. I'll stay here and see if I can catch Rob and maybe PQL when he comes back and get 52 in here. We could certainly use 3 more check-ins. I'm really shy of 15 here.
Okay, I can do that. WA60IB, QSY to 6.
And I confirm the number 11.
Boy, it's a skimpy night tonight, isn't it?
Yeah, Rob would get us 2 more, and 52 would be good as well. But yeah, gotta find more people on this band. We'll start turning over the rocks.
Yeah, they're out there, but on a night like this, and of course the ones that are missing. There's probably some more in the Bay Area, but I don't know how to get them out of the woodwork if they don't show up. I'm pointed toward the Bay Area anyway, so if there's anybody in the Bay Area, late checks are missed, 222 Bozo Net, please make some noise. There was an earlier check-in that we never could identify, so I don't know who that was, but please identify if you can. Kilowatt 6 Mike, Yankee Charlie, standing by. Hearing nobody. But Rob's not going to have Candy. Candy's off on a trip, so it'll just be Rob, and then if we get 52 and PQL, that'll be 3. Hopefully he's on here tonight. Tim's been a little bit less vigorous in his attendance here on the band. I don't know why. I don't think he's losing interest, but he's just getting busy doing other things, I guess. Well, let's see now, 222, we should have Fred in here. Let me turn the antenna down a little bit more toward Fred. He should have been in here. I forgot Fred, for heaven's sakes. There's 283. KD6SOK. Fred, where are you? KD6SOK. K6MYC, over. Fred's not here either. He doesn't even have a family, so I don't know why he wouldn't be here. Maybe he just slept through it. Just have to rag chew here for a couple of minutes, and hopefully Rob will show up. I may just check Rob in from a courtesy check-in. What do you think, Aaron?
Yeah, we're close to that. I sent him a text message, and I called him on the other radio. Let me check real quick, because my 9700 is available. Let me go see if their Aries net is still going. I have the, I know it's repeater they do the net on. Nope, I don't hear anybody. So I'm going to assume that Rob must have gotten stuck somewhere.
Let's see, whoever would it be? He's down there in the red light district, is he?
Yeah, I don't know if he would have been down at Marcus's house or running errands, or who knows. He could be laying on the side of the road.
We don't need that. At 8:15, if you'll give me a heads up, Aaron, we'll go over and get on 6 meters at 8:15, okay?
Yep, roger, roger. It is currently 8:06, so we actually have a decent amount of time to pad. This net actually went pretty quick.
Well, yeah, when nobody checks. No, I guess John should be here. K6MI, he should check in here.
Yeah, where you at, John? K6MI, K6US.
It's K6MI, portable KC6 down there in Antarctic. I hear you now, John. Go ahead. Got too hot for him here in Fresno today. K6US in the group. K6MYC looking for W6PQL. W6 Papa Queen London, KD6SOK, maybe W6QUI, no, W6QIW in Santa Barbara. That would be good if we had him in here. W6PQL, I did not hear Paul on the direct path, but I'm not going to go up there now. We've got him already checked in. So where's KM6SRR, K6MYC in the group standing by for anybody? Dash back into the garage and get a soft drink. I'll be back in a moment, Aaron. Keep making a little noise from time to time.
All righty. I'll hold down the fort a little bit. K6US. bring the antenna down here so I can talk to all the lovely people on YouTube. K6US, Fresno. And let's see if there's anybody else in the local area, K6MI or KM6SRR or K6US. And stand by, everybody listening on YouTube. We will be switching over to 6 meters here in about 5 minutes. K6US.
Okay, and I'm back, and we'll listen for beaming toward KD6SOK in Cupertino, W6PQL, Fremont, I should say.
Well, not anymore. I got you pulled down this direction. That way I could talk to the people on YouTube. But, yeah, not hearing anything so far.
Yeah, that's all right.
Yeah, you got so much dang noise when you're pointed off to the Bay Area.
Oh, I don't really have much noise here. I got the blanker on it. It was the inverter was on there earlier, but doesn't seem to be bad right now.
Yeah, it still shows up on the screen. You know, the noise blinker cuts it out, but you can still tell that the noise floor is a lot higher when you're pointed off to the Bay Area.
Have I got the preamp on now?
Looks like it. And the preamp on the radio is on as well.
I don't have a preamp on the band as such, except for the one in the radio. So, okay. Well, I hope everything is okay with Rob. He's the one I'm most worried about here.
Yeah, usually if he's not going to be there or I'm not going to be there, we usually try to touch bases with each other. But yeah, I might have to give him a phone call here in a little bit.
Well, I can do that. Let me see. I got his number. Let me just give him a quick call and see what's going on.
Yeah, my message says it was delivered, so his phone is on and connected. Whether or not, he actually got my message or not is a whole separate thing. K6US.
Okay, I got the answering machine, so he did not answer after 5 rings, Aaron.
Okay, well, we don't have to count him for now, and I'll leave the radio on, and your radio will be on, and if he shows up, then we'll put him down.
KM6SRR.
There he is.
Well, hi, Rob. Where are you? We were worried that you were crashed into a tree side of the road somewhere.
No, I've just been overwhelmed and busy trying to do this beacon exercise stuff and get all the emails from everybody and come up with a draft or proposed letter for frequencies and comp plan and researching it out. And then one of the nets tonight was really late because one of the guys, Major Guy Rick, our KK6RJR, passed away. I don't know why, but I haven't got the particulars. So they had a big long SK announcement on him. So I didn't even get to check into two of my other nets. So, and this one too.
Bummer about OJR. That's a shame. I did not know him, I don't think, but sad to hear him. Anybody going away this quick. But I don't think he was that old. Based on the call, it doesn't sound like he was old enough to be in that mode.
Yeah, his call was KK6RJR, Kilo Kilo 6, Romeo, Juliet, Romeo.
Okay.
He was very active in the digital, and I talked to him on the Aries net a little bit on the single sideband. I even tried coming over one time, so he was always very complimentary and very helpful. So, yeah, I think something happened. He shouldn't have been passed away this soon. Anyway, yeah, you can check me in. I guess I'll have to get the list from Aaron to post it on the Bozo IO. I had trouble the other night with my internet connection again with the internet provider not doing stuff and bouncing things back, and I had it one day and then turned around and had it the next day. So I've been having a lot of fun here. We're not getting anything done. Over.
Oh, I see what you did, Aaron. You turned my antenna toward you. That's no wonder I can't get a hold of PQL. Let me go one more time for PQL up to 280 here. 240, 50, 60, 70, 80. Okay. KD6 SOK, KD6 SOK, or W6 PQL. KD6 MYC, 222 Bozo Net. Late checks or missed, over. Bozo Net, late checks or missed. K6MYC, beaming the Bay Area, over.
Yeah, Mike, that's why my signal was so strong.
Oh, I can still copy you, Aaron.
I know, but it's not as good.
Well, that's true, it's not. All right, I think we're done here anyway. I'll just leave the antenna over this way, however. And I'll put the audio down low. If some voice does come in, I'll be able to hear it. See you guys on 6 meters, Rob and Aaron.
Rob, you want the list real quick? Because it's not very long.
Yeah, I can, or I can turn on the handy talkie.
I can give you a few here real quick.
Okay, hey, we got W6 PQL finally. Hang on, we got to add one. W6 PQL, good evening, Jim. And I wonder if you worked QIW down there, over.
Well, you know, I got kind of distracted here and was working on some things and looked up and it was already at 3 o'clock, so I didn't look for Steve. I just got your time for your second sweep across. So anyway, good signals tonight, not bad at all. W6NYC, W6.
Okay, did you end up working 52 or not? Did you end up working Steve or not?
No, negative. I didn't work him. I got in here too late.
I missed what you said. Say it one more time. I've got intermittent noise here. Say it again. We got the same problem tonight that we had last night on 2 meters. You were clear at first. Now you've gotten all garbled. That's just weird. Different radio, different everything. Must be a band condition. Just give me Rogers or negative. Rogers or negative. Rogers or negative on 52. Over.
Negative.
Roger. Negative. Thank you. At 73, so we'll see you on 6. We'll see you on 6 meters. See you on 6 meters, over.
KM6SR.
Go ahead, Rob.
I see that Ken checked in. Did he talk to Ralph tonight?
Yes, he got Ralph.
Okay, I'll add Ralph.
I think we're good to go to 6. I gave Rob the list on the other radio when you were picking up PQL, so we're good. K6US.
Okay, and he did not work 52.
Yeah, I heard that, Mike, when I was still kind of listening here. KM6SR.
Roger. See you on 6.
Alrighty, here we go. K6US.
Good talking to you, Ken. Have a good one. KG6DES. Real good, Dale. Good to hear you.
K6.
There's Aaron. Well, Aaron, did it get lively over on 220 for some reason? I've been over here waiting for anybody for 15 minutes. Nobody showed up.
Yeah, Rob finally showed up, and we picked up PQL, so a few couple stragglers at the end there, and I had to give Rob the list. So, but Mike is coming over here in any second. K6US 1079 and Bozo 1100.
Yeah, we were just trying to hold the fort, and finally it did pay off because PQL just came in at the last second. We were just shutting down on 220. And we got the last check in. That's a very skimpy night. I think we got 14 or something.
Okay, well, Daryl's here, and I'm here, and and Aaron. That's it so far.
Who was the other one, Bill?
Not me, Daryl. 92.
You mean Darren?
982.
Daryl.
Yeah, Daryl. That's what I said.
Oh, it doesn't sound like Daryl. It sounds like Phil.
No, that's Daryl. He's the only other one I've heard. I haven't heard Phil yet.
Well, bear in mind, I got terrible noise. So you're being garbled by the noise blanker.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
Good evening, Daryl.
Good evening. You guys have a good time on 220?
Well, we had a good time for what there was of it. It wasn't very many check-ins. It was really skimpy tonight. We sat there for a long time with 11, over.
Okay, well, I figured it was something like that because Ken said you guys had been a while before you got here. So, anyways, that's good.
Nobody's watching the clock very well here. Okay, Bozo Net, I'm beaming north. Richard, are you there? KD6BQ, K6MYC. Oh, no Richard tonight. I think I'm beaming north. That's what the compass says here. Anybody out there copying up in the northern district of Vegas, or not Vegas, but Nevada, K6MYC, Bozo Net.
759, KR6MI.
Oh, okay. You're very strong, John.
Yeah, good signal tonight. Sounds really good.
Yeah, hopefully it'll be good for Bill. He was worried because he says he has a high noise level. Boy, I have a high noise level too. Well, particularly, well, not so bad. It's even bad pointed north, and I'm not even pointed toward my source. Let me turn the blanker off and see what you sound like here.
Yeah, okay, Mike. Quick test. KR6MR, Bozo 759, and Bill will try to listen, depending on how bad his noise source, if he will try to contact you or not. Over.
Yeah, okay. Well, you're a good copy here. Only about S6, but it doesn't look like that. It looks like much more on the scope. I don't know why my meter's only showing S4 to S6 here. Sounds like a lot more. Anyway, I'm sure we'll get through to Bill. Good evening to you, and we'll certainly hope for a good luck tomorrow. Well, I won't have this noise problem. If I've got this noise on 1296, I'm getting in the Jeep, and we're going to go over there and blow up my neighbor's inverter. Over.
Okay, I'll give you a fuse. You can light it.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I got that thing. It's just bad. It's all the way up through 222 tonight. I had terrible noise on 222 too, but I did have to be pointed at it. But the antenna on 222 is remote. In other words, it's actually behind the hill. So I have to beam at the Bay Area to even hear the noise, and it was in there, but not serious. But it was detectable, which is pretty serious when you think about just coming from a piece of electronics. That's more than a quarter mile away from me. Over.
Yeah, wow. I've got a 10 kilowatt solar system, but I have microinverters on all my panels, and I have zero noise, and I don't have any noise from my neighbors either. I'm very, very fortunate that we're all running microinverters and not a DC system with a huge inverter.
Oh, you're running micro inverters. Well, I have big inverters. I have 18K, so two 18 kW inverters in my system, and a third one in the pump house. So I got 3 of them on the property here.
I got 32 inverters. Each solar panel has its own 220 volt inverter, and how they synchronize these things, I'll never know.
Well, they're microprocessically synced. I think one microprocessor talks to the next one, and one of them becomes a master. I think that's how it works. I don't know for sure, but that would make sense. Anyway, that's pretty amazing. And it's good that it doesn't have any noise. I'm glad that it was done by somebody good. Do you know who was the manufacturer of the solar panel?
I'd have to look at the paperwork on who made the actual components. But Yancey Corporation are the guys that installed it.
UNC?
No, YANCY, where it was the installers. I'm not sure who the manufacturer was.
Yeah, okay, no worries. If you happen to glance at the panel, you might pass it on for other people's information. People are upgrading all the time, and it might be good to know a panel that seems to have a good reputation like yours. Over.
Well, it's not so much the panel. I mean, every year they come up with the same physical size panel with another 30 or 40 watts of output. My panels, I think, are 330 watts, and now they're running the same physical size, 460 watts. And I go, wow. And each one is a little microinverter that goes in the back of it, and that's the item you got to look at.
Yeah, okay. Well, it seems like a lot of... I would have nearly 80 microinverters. I don't think that's practical, is it?
If you want something that you don't have to touch, it's just fine. They all go into a junction box and hook up to the AC power, and I've got a switch I can throw to put my generator on if I lose power.
Aren't you on solar all the time?
No, solar won't. I don't have any batteries.
But you're feeding solar into the house all the time. You must have an automatic shutoff. If you do lose power, they don't want you feeding that power back up the power line.
Oh yeah, that's automatic, but there's a switch that I flip that connects part of the house to my generator.
Yeah, I understand. Well, again, I have about 80 panels, maybe more, something like 80 solar panels. So a lot of panels, and I need. I have more than that, not counting the water system. This is just for the house. So my needs are probably greater than yours there. I have 15 100 amp batteries, 50 volt, 100 amperes that this charges up. And since we got the last panel array hooked up and the new inverter in there, everything's working smoothly, and we have had no issues. And the batteries are staying very, very heavily charged, close to 100% all the time, even if I use them, like on the nets here and stuff. All right, listen, we'll let you go, but we'll see who else is in here. I'll get down and get Bill there. KR6MR 759, K6MYC.
Okay, Mike, 73. Look for you tomorrow night. Hopefully I can hear you. KR6MR.
Yeah, really clean signals tonight. I haven't even moved the antenna here. I'm pointed toward. Just watch the S meter, will you, John? Maybe I've got something wrong in my readout here. I'm showing almost due north. I'm at 394, 364, sorry, 360, 354, 354 degrees, 354, yeah. I'm going to come back down where I would normally be for you. It would be right about here, 333, somewhere in there. That should be better. Is that stronger?
Yes, it is, by about 1 S unit.
Yeah, okay. Well, I guess I'm okay. The antenna's pointed where it's supposed to be. It's just that we got really good conditions tonight. I was, like I say, I was almost due north. Very good, 7-3, and look for Bill here. KO6KD, K6MYC.
Yeah, Mike, K6MYC in the group. I can barely hear you through my noise. Over S9. Bozo 776, checking in. Over.
Okay, well, when my noise come on, it blanks you out. But let me move just a little further for you. I don't know if that's going to help any or not, but there you go. Anyway, we won't keep it, Bill. We'll look for you tomorrow, or we'll look for you Wednesday, of course. Wednesday, and we'll look for you tomorrow on 40. Look for you tomorrow on 40. KO6KD, K6MYC.
Roger. Look for you in the morning. KO6KD, 773.
7-3. What do you mean 773? You're 776. All right. Anybody else in this direction? How about KJ6KFB? Are you there, Darren? QRZ, anybody else? How about KD6 Sugar Whiskey up there in Redding? Give me some CW. KD6 Sugar Whiskey. My noise is gone for the moment. Come now, K6MYC. Oh, I heard a W. I think he's in there, guys. KD6SW. KD6 Sugar Whiskey. KD6 Scotch Whiskey. K6MYC. Over. I'm going to write him in, guys. 145. I think I talked over most of his transmission because when I unkeyed, all I heard was the last dit and a W. So S, the last of the S and a W. 73's Rich, thanks for being there. 73 Rich, if you're copying. KD6 Sugar Whiskey, K6MYC, 73.
N6 BCC.
N6 Bravo Charlie Charlie, 1134. Good evening, Merle.
Good evening there, Mike. Yeah, hear you actually pretty decent tonight. Last time I talked to you, man, I couldn't hear you at all, hardly. Such horrible noise and everything. Last week, by the time I got on, you were already pointing southwest of the Bay Area. I was a little late.
Well, maybe not. Maybe I went down there to get somebody specific that night. Who knows? Anyway, good to hear you. You're sounding strong up here.
Hey, Roger. Yeah, still doing okay. Getting a little better, more and more all the time.
Well, we're getting over the flu here. I came down with the flu, stomach flu, and you know the worst of it. Starting Thursday, and I really started feeling better on Sunday, but today I feel quite a bit better. No other ramifications other than just feeling poorly. But all the other symptoms are gone. I just don't feel up to snuff. Over.
Hey, Roger. Yeah, it's like me. I was doing really good, and then I kind of got hit with a setback on that stupid flu bug again. It's like, gee, my knees. I wish it would go away. But, I mean, compared to what I was like 3 weeks ago, oh, man, big difference. And yeah, as long as I keep going the direction I'm going, I should be fine here, hopefully with another week or two. And, yeah, I always have an expensive problem up here with my antennas. A couple of bolts turned loose on my rotor mount, and my Yagi and my rotatable dipole were leaning over some. I had to emergency crank down and get up there and fix it.
Well, at least you have enough strength to do that.
Hey, Roger. Yeah, well, I had a friend over helping me and stuff, but oh, my goodness. I'm just glad I saw it. And I think if I would have tried to turn the antenna, I think I would have lost everything down on the ground.
Oh, I sure would have done some weird stuff. So the rotor tipped over. Was the rotor on top of the tower or not inside?
No, it won't fit inside the tower, so it's bolted to the very top. It has a mount plate up there with holes for the rotor. And these were the factory bolts that came with the rotor. So I replaced them all with grade 8 bolts, all new bolts, flat washers, lock washers, and blue Loctite and stuff. And I hope these hold up a little bit better than the originals.
Yeah, well, if they're not real good, and lots of lock washers on there, they can come loose. They walk back and forth a bit, and they tend to loosen the bolts up. There's no question about that. I've had one of mine come loose at the base also, and it didn't. Mine was inside the tower, so all it did is rotate the rotator a little bit and up against the side of the tower wall from the inside. So it didn't do any damage, but it made things tilt, of course, because it makes the mast go off axis. Okay, well, I'm glad you got all that fixed. I won't keep you. I'll see who else is in here. We should be turning pretty close to Mario's direction. So Mario should be in there and perhaps a few others. 73 for now, Merle. And again, good to hear you. We're still having trouble with the Helio pet thing. We just can't seem to ever get an answer. They keep putting us off with one answer with one email or another. And they keep getting confused. Well, we'll send you a new charger. No, I don't need a new charger. I need a new unit that will hold the charger. We showed him a picture. I took a picture of it upright with the charger plugged in the bottom, hanging there. And I let go of the charger cable, and the cord just fell out. So that's the picture we sent him. So we said, oh, well, we'll send you a new charger. Now, how in the hell could they end up with that mentality?
Listened to the feed 2 weeks ago when you said that, and I was kind of laughing when I heard that. I was like, wow, them people, I tell you, that's strange, because I haven't had any trouble or issues with ours and stuff, and I don't know. this day and age, you know how it is. Customer service is just about non-existent. So, all right, well, Mike, well, I'm going to let you go and everything. So tell Judy I said howdy, and you guys get over your bugs and stuff and get to feeling better, and we will catch you all a little bit later. And so with that, I'll say 7-3, and you take it easy. Have a good one. K6MYC and 6BCC. I'll let you put the ribbon on it, sir.
Okay, thank you, Mario. Thanks, Merle. Very good. And I'm glad you got yours sorted out there. N6BCC, K6MYC, standing by for KO6IQR.
Whiskey 6, Whiskey Zulu Zulu.
Okay, I hear two of you. Right now, I'm hearing you the best, John, KW6 Whiskey Zulu Zulu. So, Mario, if that was you in there, hang in there a second. W6WZZ, go ahead. I think it's 11:45, but I'm not sure anymore, John, over.
Yes, sir, it is 1145.
Okay, we've got you. You've been kind of quiet lately. You've been busy with taking care of Ken and stuff?
Yeah, we did a contest, WPS. Going around, so I figured, well, I'll just kind of keep it quiet, and I got a couple of bike races coming up too, so I'm getting ready for that.
Yeah, very good. Well, good luck in the bike races. Hopefully you won't catch the flu. I can tell you one thing, if you have the flu, you won't feel like pedaling a bike, over.
Roger, roger. Yeah, you know, right now it's bronchitis that I'm fighting. The constant cough is the problem. But I can work around that as long as I don't have any temperature or anything like that, and I don't. So I'm good with that.
Yeah, everybody seems to have something left over from a cold or something. This winter's been a funny one. I got through all that. I had a cold that hung on in my throat for about 2 weeks. It was gone, but I couldn't get rid of the phlegm. I finally found that I drank 1 cup of lemon juice water a day. I'd grind up 1 lemon and put some honey in the water and warm it up, and I'd drink that through the course of the day, and that took care of me. After 2 weeks, it was gone completely, and I haven't had any return. So that seemed to help. Anyway, good to hear you, John, and good luck in the races coming up. I'll let you go, and I'll see if I can pick up. I think it was Mario, but it was somebody on there, but Mario's usually stronger, so maybe I not pointed quite right for him. You're doing well over here, even though I've got intermittent noise. Boy, when the noise is on there, it's tough copy. 7-3, W6WZZ, K6MYC.
Roger that. We're clear off the key. Catch you later. 73.
7-3. Was that you in there, Mario? Go ahead again. K6MYC.
K6MYC, K6IQR, 9. Really nice.
Yeah, boy, you're weak tonight. I may have to peek on you, so you might want to give me a little bit of extra signal, a little bit of extra long transmission, and let me swing around and see if I can find a better spot for you, Mario. KO6IQR, K6MYC, over. But I didn't get much out of it. I just can't get much of a peek. I did get a little bit of a peek on you, but the signal went down, sort of went away at the same time. You're just not even readable at the moment. It's strange. I don't know what happened to your 6-meter signal. It used to be pretty good. Everybody else has been at least normal here. Anyway, I won't keep it, but we do have you checked in, Mario, and we'll look for you tomorrow on 1296, by golly. KO6IQR, K6MYC.
actually dropping it. It's a little bit windy, so can't put it all the way up there.
Boy, this intermittent noise is just killing me. I'm getting bits and pieces, but anyway, we'll see you either tomorrow or Wednesday, one or the other. Hi. 73 K6MYC. How about KD6 Whiskey Victor Lima?
6KLY.
K6KLY. Good evening, Russ. Big signal from you.
Good. 59 plus up here. Check me in. I'll be in the background.
Yeah, okay. Good to hear you. Haven't heard you for a week or so, but I know you're intermittent on your schedule up there. Hang in there. Let me see. I got a couple to get to before I get to you. We're into the Bay Area there. Let's see. KD6 Whiskey Victor Lima. John, are you here? I do not hear John. I think John said he had an antenna feed line problem, so he's probably not going to be here. Anybody else other than KN6RO, N6 Radio Oscar, K6MYC? N6RO, N6RO, K6MYC.
Yeah, K6MYC, N6RO. I was over another radio position. I think I gave the report. 222 had a problem with local noise and QSB. Sometimes you would come out of the noise really well and then go back right on the edge of it. So that's why I didn't say too much. I haven't got all that much to report. I think I did report that we made a lot of progress on updating the station last Friday and Saturday. And we still have some more work to do on the AUBeater situation. And getting ready for the JIDX Japan contest, CW, this weekend. Gonna go multi-2. K6MYC and 6RO.
Yeah, that'll be a good one. You're in a good position to really romp and stomp with the JAs from your location compared to the eastern guys and so on. So that'll be good. Okay, on all the repairs, yeah, you mentioned the quad repairs and all that, and you've got a new center section for the 80-meter beam ordered. That'll probably take care of that. So you sound like you're getting there again, getting it all cleaned up and ready for summer. So there you go. Let's see. Ken may not be here anymore. I think it's too late. Ken probably had to go off, but let's see. WA6OIB, Ken, are you here? Yeah, he probably went QRT. I didn't give him a chance to get in here. We had kind of weird conditions, and I forgot to stand by and see if Ken wanted to say hi to anybody. Rob, are you copying over there? You copying Ken tonight? N6RO and N6 KM6SRR, I should say, K6MYC.
Yeah, I haven't turned my antenna down there, Mike. I've got a lot of stuff I'm trying to do here.
Okay, no worries. I'll check you in, 432. And we'll let Ken go, and I'll move on into the Bay Area in case there's anybody else here. I'll check one more standby before I rotate into the Bay Area. And 6RO with KM6SRR, K6MYC. 73s, Ken.
73. See you tomorrow.
See you tomorrow on 1296. Should be good.
Hope so.
WB6JNP.
Yeah, hi, Dane. WB6JNP and in between the noise bursts. Boy, when that thing comes on, it goes half screen here. 107, we've got you.
Okay, nothing new at the course code then. WB6JNP.
All right, thank you for that. Not much new here either. We just lounged around and watched Frank struggle with our water system here. We got a tree that's raising all kinds of hell with my sprinkling system, watering pipes, breaking pipes, and so on. So we got some major rework to do tomorrow. Not looking forward to that, although I'm not going to do it, but I'm not looking forward to the amount of time and work they have to do digging through redwood roots. You know how that is. 73 WB6JNP K6MYC, looking up the San Joaquin Valley toward Vacaville and so on. Anybody copying before I move to the Bay Area? K6MYC, Bozo Net, 6 meters. Okay, nothing heard. Going into the Bay Area.
K6KLY.
Yeah, go ahead, Russ.
Okay, well, that noise you're hearing, someone is professionally jamming. It's a military-type jammer on there, so don't feel bad. They're using the net here as something to practice against. Over.
No, I'm not hearing that. This is inverter noise.
No, this is professional jamming. It's only about 20 kc wide. Over.
Yeah, no, we don't have any of that here. I don't hear any of that. It might be in there, but it's below the it's below the man-made noise.
Oh, they just cranked it up. It's about 40 kc wide now.
Are they getting ready for the aerial attack from Iran?
Oh, I don't know who's doing it, but it's military-type jamming. Over.
Well, you think it's jamming, or do you think it was something related to the Vandenberg launch that happened about a half hour ago?
No, this is military jamming. They're practicing on us. Over.
Okay, I wonder why they're using our band. Why don't they use 49.8?
Well, I don't know. Because we're easy targets. Well, that's it. Over.
Yeah, okay. Very good. You want to take a standby for me, and I'll take a standby both. And then if you don't hear anybody, and you can make a call, see if there's anybody in the Bay Area that would like to check in here on 6 meters. This is Kilowatt 6 Mike Yankee Charlie with K6KLY, looking for check-ins to the 6-meter Bozo Net. Please come now. WB6GGY, well, lo and behold, he surfaced. Good evening. Boy, are you weak. I'm not pointed quite at you, Phil, but very, very light tonight. WB6GGY, 884, how are you? I missed you this morning.
Yeah, let me try tuning up again. I don't think the last tune-up was very good. Let me try tuning up again, and I'll be back in a few minutes. WB6GGY, over.
Yeah, well, I've moved the antenna back up on you, so I've got comfortable copy now. I knew you were busy on church or Easter Sunday, so we didn't expect to see you, but we didn't see you there this morning either, although the band was terrible. So you might have been there, but you might not have heard me. Bill could not hear me, but I could hear Bill, but the same conditions where the local stations were very, very weak. So hopefully it'll be better tomorrow, Phil. WB6GGY, Twainhart, K6MYC.
Roger there, Mike. Conditions are very strange here tonight. Very strange here tonight. Okay, I'm going to pass along my 73, and I'm going to blame it on bad conditions here. I'm just going to blame it on bad conditions. WB6GGY, 73, over.
7-3, Phil, and we'll see you in the morning, hopefully.
Roger.
Okay, going back into the Bay Area. Again, here we are. Okay, somewhere right around in here, middle of the Bay Area. One call, K6KLY and K6MYC, looking for any check-ins from the Bay Area.
Well, I'm not in the Bay Area, but I'd like to check in. 1009, KJ6TYO.
Oh, you don't have to be in the Bay Area. It's just whoever's hearing me, but we're directing our signal to the Bay Area. That's really what I mean. Good evening, Ron. Good to hear you.
Good hearing you, Mike. Good hearing you. Yeah, I just kind of been out here just following you around there, so I thought, when he's pointed at me, I'll hopefully get a good signal into you, and you'll hear me, and we'll be done for the night.
Okay, we've got your 1009 in here. One of the guys that's been missing quite regularly here is Adam. KE6. Oh, for gosh sake, what the hell is this call? KE6. His call his Bozo number is 1040, but I can't remember his Bozo. And his call sign. What the heck? It's just gone away on me. Do you know what his call sign is?
Okay, KE6VON. He's probably working. I forget what schedule he's got going on, and
KE6VON.
Speak of the devil, there he is. KE6VON, 1040. Hi.
I imagine he's
No, I was just telling it to you, Mike. KM6SR.
Oh, okay. I won't write that in then, Rob. Thank you. This noise distorts the audio so much. Sometimes I can't get the personality's voice out of it. So you sounded like a VON there for a second. Anyway.
All right. Well, have a good day.
Mike, I have two more up here.
Guys over there in the Bay Area. Catch you later. KJ6TYO with the 9.
Yeah, thank you, Ron. Good signal from you, and hopefully you're still on the mend and doing better little by little there. KE6VON. See, I was going to do it to you now. KJ6TYO. K6MYC 73. Who do we have in the Bay Area? Russ, you want to? Russ, you want to try a call and see if we can raise anybody out of the woodwork?
Okay, we got K6UYH was the first one, over.
Well, good. That's the first time on 6 meters. He's got a hole loop that's from China or someplace, and he's been fussing with it. Have him make a transmission. Let's see if I can hear him. Would you, Russ? Go ahead.
UYH, make a call.
You got it, Roger.
I got everything, Chris, except your Bozo number. Is it 1226? Is it 1226? Chris, over.
Roger. It is 1226.
Okay, very good. Well, you're not strong, but at least the whole loop is working. And I've got pretty ratty conditions here because I've got pretty ratty. It's either a combination of power line noise and inverter noise, or just inverter noise with two different characteristics. But I do have a lot of grunge on the frequency. It's certainly not pure white noise. So you're doing pretty well, all things considered. You're running about 50 or 100 watts, over?
Not quite 100, almost. This is 91 on the radio, but give it 35.
Okay, and then my big strong inverter noise popped in at the end. I heard you say not quite 100, but anyway, let's put it this way: it's Q4, mostly because of my intermittent noise. When the noise isn't on there, when the big noise isn't on, then you're Q5. But have you heard anything from Gary, WB6 WNI, or how about Stan, AB6SR? We might want to call both of those guys in, Phil, Russ, if you would. They should be here. At least AB6SR should be here. So, Chris, good to hear you. Thanks very much for checking in the other day on 40. And you're welcome to do that any time, although the last day or so the conditions have been very poor for the short skip, so you wouldn't have heard me very well this morning. 73 for now. Congratulations on all the work you put in it paying off. It's paying off. I think you're doing pretty well. You could probably be a little stronger, but I don't think you've got it up very high. So maybe now you should raise it up as high as you can get it and see if that'll give you more signal over here. If you've only got it 10 feet above the ground, that's a big detriment. That's going to hold you back quite a bit for this terrestrial path. 73 KA6UYH to take it, and then over to K6KLY, K6MYC. Did you copy that, Chris? Yeah, he may not. not be hearing me now. Go ahead, Russ.
One over here. So I think I copy all of this, but what you're saying is I was doing pretty good. I'm up about 175.
Oh, I hear 775. Good evening, Mike. Hang on.
The SWR is roughly about 127. We use the tuner on the radio to make sure the radio doesn't pull it back. We'll probably have to play with it a little bit more and see what we can do.
Yeah, okay. Well, I'm getting parts of it because of in between the noise bursts. Okay, I think you said you're using the tuner to help you get the match for the radio. That's good. All right. Well, listen, thanks much. We'll look for you maybe on 2 meters. We'll look for you on 2 meters on Wednesday night and perhaps also on 40 meters there, Chris. KA6UYH, K6MYC clear. And over to you, Mike, if you're copying KB6 Whiskey Foxtrot Charlie, K6MYC. Go ahead, Mike.
Good evening, Mike. WC. Yeah, a lot of noise on the band this evening, but you're getting through one way or another. And it's 53 degrees here tonight. Back to you, Mike.
Well, good to hear you on 6 meters for a change here. It's been some time, I think, that we've got you on 6, Mike. Not a bad signal, but the conditions are terrible from a noise standpoint, and I don't think they're big either from the standpoint of signal strength. You're a little bit stronger than Chris, but not much. He's just running a whole loop and about 80 watts or so there. So I don't know what you've got for 6. I think it's a little 3-element Yagi or something. KB6 Whiskey Foxtrot Charlie, K6MYC. Good evening to you, Mike.
Mike, 73. Have a good evening.
Thank you very much, and good to hear you, Mike. Thanks very, very much for checking in here. Over. Okay, who else do we have? We're looking for AB6SR or WB6WNI.
WB6, WNI 1090. You got NI and SOK?
I didn't hear SOK. I heard WB6WNI. Good evening, Gary. Let me just stand by a second. Did I also hear KD6 Sugar Oscar Kilo? Are you in there, Fred? Don't hear him. Call him in, Russ.
SOK, are you still on frequency? K6KLY? No, he's gone.
How long ago did he check in?
Oh, well, about 1 QSO before the other one there.
Oh, somebody should have told me.
Oh, I can't talk while you're talking or you'll never hear me. Over.
Well, I don't need to hear you. You need to hear... He needs to hear you. Just tell him to stand by until I get my ears cleared up. I can't hear everybody at once.
That's Roger. You can't carry on.
Okay, well, I'll write him in anyway, 507. And I'm sorry I missed him on 222. We called and called and called and called on 222. That may be why he came up on 6, because he did not check in on 222, which is very unusual. Anyway, thanks for getting him there. Now, let's see. AB6SR, Stan, are you in here? Well, I'm not hearing Stan, but I would if he was on there. W6 Papa Queen London, W6PQL. How about you, Jim?
Anybody else in the Bay Area want to check into the Bozo Net, come now.
Yeah, don't run away just yet, Mike. I have a short comment, 36791090.
Yeah, go ahead, Gary. Go ahead. I didn't mean to leave you out and shortcut you there. I'm just trying to get as many as I can under these bad receive conditions. Go ahead, Gary.
Mike, no, I want to tell you, you're doing an S9 here. So, boy, it's all, I guess, where the antennas are pointing. Now, as you know, I'm using a 5-element beam. We have no idea who made it, but it's 5 elements, and it generally does well. If there's half a chance, you're coming in perfect, S9. Russ, you're coming in S9. Of course, Chris, who was here at San Jose UIH, was doing about 20 over, but he's in the same area I am. So, anyway, and we missed yesterday. My grandson and daughter and son-in-law were here for dinner, and we didn't finish until 10 p.m., even with the grandson. Anyway, Mike, nothing more. So I'm going to say 73 and just monitor K6MYC with Russ there in the background, 86791090.
Yeah, fine, Gary. Well, I'm glad you had a good Easter with your grandson and all your kids. And okay, I'm missing the net. No, you were not alone. There was a lot of people that missed the net. We only had 33 check-ins. Sometimes we get 43 to 50. So it was light, very light night for that reason. A lot of people were still having dinner and had social events going on, I'm sure, on Sunday night there. No problem. And I wasn't quite clear on what you were trying to tell me about the 5-element, the Aggie. Do you have 5 elements up now, or is it just 3, or what are you going to change that I should be aware of? Over.
Well, I'm changing nothing, Mike. This is the bead, remember, that was in pieces, and I sent you photos, but you couldn't read them. But someday I'm going to go and do it again, because you probably will be the only person who know who the manufacturer was. So I've used it for about a year now, and after a year, I have found no evidence of who made it. But it's doing the job, you know, and I got it from a guy who threw it on the ground about 30, yes, you're hearing me correct, threw it on the ground 30 years ago, told me to come and get it. 30 years later, I'm using it. Now back to you, Mike.
Yeah, okay, so that's what you have up is a 3-element 6-meter antenna?
Almost, it's 5 elements. 5 elements.
Oh, 5, okay. I thought you said 5. And I thought you said something about 3. I guess it was broken when you got it, and it was a 3-element, but you banged it back together. Well, it's working fine. I would say you're as good as anybody. You can't beat Russ. He's on a hilltop, but you're as good as anybody so far out of the Bay Area. So I'd say overall it's working pretty well, Gary. Over.
So I'm happy since it was free. Yeah, it's hard to beat. Anyway, Mike, we'll say 73, and we'll get together again on 2 meters on Wednesday. K6MYC and the group, AB6773.
Yeah, well, the only way you could beat that price is have the guy give you a $100 bill when you took the thing away.
Oh, that's the joke we always say. We want it free and delivered.
Free and delivered with $100 bills wrapped around it for packing material.
73, Mike. We might check back with Russ and see if we can scare up anybody else. That would be 67913.
Okay, 73. And I'm glad you and Chris got together finally on 6 meters. Looks like he's got that thing working.
Yeah, so far so good.
Yeah, so far so good. Okay. I could hear him here, except for this intermittent noise, which has gone away now as the darkness has set in. It hasn't to come back on, so it's gotten less and less and less. And I've got grunge in the background, but that's kind of normal power line noise. And maybe just power line noise, but the inverter noise is gone, so that's good. All right, 7-3, Russ. I think we're done, but we could take one last call. Bozo Net. We're missing W6PQL and a couple of others. K6MYC standing by for 6-meter check-in. Nothing heard. Russ is gone. 7-3, Russ, if you're still listening in the background there.
7-3, Mike.
All righty. And we'll go down to Santa Cruz and see if we got a couple of boys down there in Watsonville and Santa Cruz. Here we go. Okay, KW6 Sugar or Alpha Foxtrot 6 United, K6MYC. Anybody? AF6 United or KW6 Sugar, K6MYC, over. Oh boy. Tom has got all kinds of social events going. I think that's the problem there. And Lee is working on all kinds of projects. AF6 United, KW6 Sugar, K6MYC, calling and listening. Yeah, I'm still making power, so I guess we're okay. Guess they're not there. We can head down south. I don't know who we're going to find, Rob. KM6SRR, K6MYC.
Yeah, I'm not sure who's going to be down there.
I didn't turn it over to you for anybody. The only one you probably could have worked was Russ, and I figured you were busy with the other guys or couldn't hear him, right?
No, I heard him very faintly, but I heard him. But yeah, I'm busy. I'm trying to do multitasking. I got so many things I'm behind on. I haven't even eaten yet. Cats haven't been fed. You know.
Okay, well let's just go south quickly and make a couple of quick calls, and then we'll wrap it. Okay.
Fine with me. I'm listening. KM6SR.
Okay, Bozo Net, K6MYC, 6 meters. Anybody copying the directions I'm rotating?
680, Mike.
680. Hi, Mark. Good to hear you. Doesn't matter where I point for you, does it?
I guess not. Good to hear you, sir, and glad you're feeling a little better, over.
Yes, I am. I'm feeling, well, I guess if I don't think about it, I feel okay. I don't think I'm quite normal yet, and that'll happen after the first BM, over.
Okay. TMI, but okay. I won't ask you how your Easter was. It was probably not that good.
What was that, Judy? What was the question about?
How was your Easter?
Oh, Easter was fine. I just laid around. We didn't have any grief. I haven't had any diarrhea since Saturday. So it's just, now it's, I'm over dry, and now I'm trying to get things started again, over. I don't have anything left in me as of Saturday. This thing is vicious, I'll tell you. If you don't make 20 trips in 24 hours, you aren't living.
Well, Mike, you could look at it as a positive. This is the time to go get your colonoscopy tomorrow.
That's for sure. Yeah, they could look up there and see out both ears and all the light coming in.
Anyhow, good to hear you, man. And I hear Rob out there. He's probably pointed a different direction. I'm on a disc cone, so you guys have a great night. Kilo 6, Mike, Tango Sierra.
Yeah, thanks for the good words there. I'm down here at 145, 150, looking down the ways. One of these days, Rick down there will get somebody to give him some help getting his antennas fixed. He's got a 6-meter antenna that's broken, but he's getting old and he doesn't climb anymore. So it takes a small climb up a tower at Lake Isabella to fix him. From what we can gather. Anyway, we'll make a call anyway. Central Valley, San Joaquin Valley, Central Valley, and down to Bakersfield and beyond. Anybody copying me anywhere, this is Bozo Net, K6MYC, Central California, calling for the Bozo Net check-ins and standing by. I think we're done, Rob.
Okay, let's see. Before Mark, the last person you talked to was what? That was Fred? Or maybe it was actually Gary, because Fred was not there anymore.
Yeah, well, it was Fred, and then there was Gary, WB6WNI, and then I think 680. I think that's right.
Okay, I showed 22. Why don't you have Judy send me a picture?
Okay, we'll do have a picture sent to you there. Thanks much. Go out to your business there. I know you're very busy in the background, so carry on. And we'll talk to you later. 73's to you, Mark. Good to hear you pop in at the last minute here. K6MTS, K6US, KM6SRR, or anybody else that's listening. We don't have John in here. I wonder where John is tonight. K6MYC. Clear, but listening in, and I'm in K6MYC Bozo 47 in Delta Mike 07, closing the 6-meter net here on April 6, 2026, 7-3 all.
Good night, Mike. K6US.
7-3.
Hey, Aaron.
Hey, Mark.
Good night. 7-3.
That's it?
That's it.
Okay. I'll accept that for now. Have a good Monday night. K6US.
You too, man. See you, Rob, too. KM6SR, K6MTS.